Hello, y'all. I'm here for talk time, and there's a few subjects I wanted to discuss real quickly. Hopefully, you all find this interesting. Um, if this is your first time watching or listening, this show is about me just talking. I discuss any topic, headlines that I read up on the news, or something entertainment if I seen a movie or TV show on Netflix or actual television, and I want to have a discussion about my opinion on it, whether I like it or didn't not like it. I may talk about it in this video series. Okay, so I'll talk about anything, absolutely anything. Okay, most anything uh, other than myself, because I have another show about that. That's the My Tube series where I talk about my life experiences. This is just anything I might want to talk about. Okay, so I was reading the other day about this man. He's walking his dog, and some way or another, an alligator snatches the puppy away, and the man had the courage to to wrestle the alligator. He literally wrestled against the alligator to save the life of his puppy dog. I applaud this man because I know myself. I wouldn't be able to do that. I wouldn't. I'm telling you, straight honestly, I would not have the courage that this man has to be able to go there and grapple with the jaw of the alligator to save the life of the puppy. I wouldn't be able to do that. I would just, the dog would die right in front of me, the alligator would eat it. I would not be able to do that, so I applaud this man. I put him over. I have great things to say about this guy. A lot of courage, high courage. From there's nothing else to say about it, but the fact that this guy is amazing. How anyone cannot like this story upon reading it is beyond me. Because as soon as I read it, I was astonished. Okay, mostly because, like I said, I would not be able to do that. Okay, I wouldn't. Straight up, I wouldn't be able to go and wrestle an alligator to save my puppy dog's life. I wouldn't. Okay, and yes, it'd be sad to lose another dog, but not only wouldn't I not have the courage, why is that? Because I know that I wouldn't have the capabilities to be able to wrestle an alligator. So these two things intertwine together, they connect together. Why do you not have the courage to do it? Because you know you don't have the ability to do it. That's how things work. Okay? When you don't have the courage to do something, it's mostly of the time it's because you know you don't have the ability to produce. You know you're not capable of it. That's why you lack the courage to do anything. Okay? That's where it stands for. Okay? So even if I wanted to, even let's say for argument's sake, I somehow muster up the courage to do it and wrestle an alligator to save a puppy's life, or maybe my daughter's life, who knows, right? Maybe I'm saving a cat's life. I don't know. For whatever reason, I have to jump in and wrestle an alligator. For whatever reason, I'm saving someone. Apparently, What other reason would there be to for me to wrestle an alligator? I have no idea. Anyways, so let's say if I had the courage to do it, I would probably end up being killed by said alligator. Okay? So even if I had the courage to jump in there, I would be killed by said alligator, or at the very least be left with no fingers. The alligator would have bitten my fingers off, probably bitten parts of my face, and I'd be a whole monster looking guy coming out of that scene. So I'd be hospitalized, I need medical treatment. I would not make it out unscarred, I'm telling you. Even if I had the courage to do it, for whatever reason, or I had to do it, right? But what if I fell into the water and I had no choice? This alligator's trying to, attacks me, and I have no choice at that point but to wrestle against the alligator. Okay, so if it comes down to that, and I'm forced to wrestle an alligator, and I make it out alive, guaranteed I will be scarred from head to toe. Okay, that's my opinion. Honestly, I did not think I'd be able to carry that topic into 6 minutes. Okay, I thought that was gonna be a 1 minute thing and move on, but I'm glad I was able to stretch it out to 6 minutes. Okay, now guys, look at my hair. Look at my hair. I look nice. My wife yesterday evening decided she wanted to cut my hair so that I look nicer. Look, so I look nicer for the Thanksgiving holiday this week, and I look good. So she went and cut my hair. You know, I bought the hair cutting gimmick last year, so I wouldn't have to go to a barber every time I need a haircut. So yeah, she did it. It looks good. It looks nice. It's not every time I cut my hair, it's from my wife, but for some reason, I feel like it looks different this time. I don't know. I look in the mirror, and I think I look different than I ever looked. I don't know. Maybe it's this little thing gimmick here in my face, the gold teeth and stuff that adds on with it. You know, I don't know, but I look different. You know, I think I look a little bit more mature than I should, perhaps. Um, I don't know. I don't know what's up with that. Um, so now, Scream, the new movie Scream 5. It's a sequel, not a reboot. I'm a big fan of Scream, as you all know, if you've been on the channel before. I have this. I'm a huge fan of Scream since I was a little child, okay? Always have been. I waited years for another sequel to the franchise. I have. I'm excited for it. The only issue is the title. It's just gonna be called Scream. This is gonna cause a lot of confusion. It's not called Scream 5 or even Scream with a subtitle. No, it's just called Scream. The same title as the original. Okay? Do you understand how much confusion this is gonna cause? Okay? Yes, fans in general out there are still gonna call it Scream 5 so they can I can say some words and differentiate them between the two, right? So I might discuss this as Scream 5 if I have a conversation about it with my brother or anyone else, so we don't get confused. But think about this, okay? When you Google Scream, it might come out the original instead of what you're looking for, the new one, okay? Most probably you're gonna have to Google it with the ear added to it, or you're gonna have to Google it with the five next to it either way, so Google understands what you're looking for. Okay, and then it's gonna give, and let's say 5 to 10 more years after this, if they do a remake at some point in time, that one will be called Scream as well. So now we're gonna have three movies with the same title, which is the problem we have with the Halloween franchise. Okay, because in the Halloween franchise, you got the original titled Halloween. You got the 2007 remake by Rob Zombie, also titled Halloween. And then we have the 2018 movie that's a sequel to the original, also titled just Halloween. So these titles they're doing for the horror movies, they're gonna get confusing at some point, okay? Especially when it comes to conversating about them, okay? And the fan base. If you're not aware that this is a sequel, you're gonna think it's a remake, okay? It's gonna be the same problem with Scream. It already is, with just the title just being Scream. To some people, it may sound like a remake. It won't sound like a sequel, okay? It doesn't. Why they couldn't add a subtitle is beyond me. I don't know why they can't add a subtitle. They could call it Scream Calls, Scream Stabs, Scream Ghostface Returns, something of that nature, okay, to set it apart from the original. That's what they could have come up with. They could still do that, but it seems like they don't want it to. It seems like they just want to call it as the same as the original, just because Halloween did that too, okay? But I don't know if this is a sequel that takes place directly after the fourth film, or it's supposed to take place sometime between the first and the second movie. I don't know, because everything I'm reading and hearing about it is that it's gonna have a lot of scenes or flashbacks. It seems like it to everybody, at least, that it's gonna be a lot of flashbacks or stuff that we did not see that took place in the first movie. So I'm saying to myself, is this something that's a sequel that's like between the first and second film in this franchise? If so, then this is kind of like that's why they couldn't name it five, maybe because this is like an in-between sequel, like a one and a half, so they wouldn't be able to number it really, so maybe that's why, but still you could have come up with a subtitle. Like I said, it could have called it Screams, Ghostface Returns, or Ghostface Revenge, or something a little bit more creative and different. Right? That's just my opinion. It's just how I feel. But that's not gonna stop me from going to buy a ticket and watching this movie when it comes out in 2 years. And that's the other thing. I'm like, now I have to wait that long. The movie's already made. Not to wait that long to go see this thing. But I'll wait and I'll wait and I'll wait. We'll probably get more updates on what the plot is and what is more info between now and January of 2022. For those of you who are not aware, that's the release date. It's in January of the year 2022. Okay, so people are gonna call this Scream 2022, or fans are still gonna call it Scream 5, just so you know they're not talking about the original. Okay, and it's not a remake if you weren't aware. It's not gonna be a remake, it just has the same title as the original. It's the same confusing with the Halloween 2018. It's not a remake, it's a sequel to the original, even though the original already has a sequel. But this is about the fourth different timeline of the Halloween franchise. Let's not start different timelines for the Scream franchise. Okay, it's just gonna get too convoluted, too confusing. Okay, let's not do that, hopefully. And hopefully this movie is good. Okay, hopefully it's good. In my opinion, The fourth one was not good. It was okay, but it's not my favorite. Okay, and a lot of people's opinion is the opposite. Everyone feels that the fourth is the great one, and a lot of people feel that the fourth film is their favorite, and the third one was horrible. In my opinion, the third one is far better than the fourth. There are some things that I can nitpick from part three, but most in comparison to part four, I rather part three. Especially to me, it was pretty obvious who the Jill, the cousin of Sydney, was gonna be the killer at the end. I knew before it was revealed, so it didn't come off as a twist to me. It wasn't surprised at that finish. So maybe that's why I didn't find that movie that great. But it wasn't bad either, okay? I'd rather watch Scream 4 than any of the series on MTV and VH1. Those were horrible in my opinion. There's nothing I liked about those. Those I do not want to see again. Okay? So yeah, I'm a big fan of Scream and horror movies for those of you who don't know. One last thing to talk about before I end this in a couple of minutes is that it's Thanksgiving. So I'm very much looking forward to it. Growing up, I always look forward to eating those bread rolls, those biscuits, because we would never have them only around the Thanksgiving holidays. My parents would buy packs and packs and packs of those biscuit bread rolls gimmicks, and we will have them. And I will eat a lot of them along with the turkey and the gravy. So that's one of the things I grew up always looking forward to eat. It's these biscuits. So I love the biscuits for Thanksgiving. So I'm gonna stuff myself, and the stuffing is great too. My wife does it. We do it different than the one my mother did, but growing up. But I love it. I love that we add pineapples and all these other stuff to it, nuts, and I am looking forward to having that stuffing as well because it's not every day. It's not every month we have these things. So I am excited to have that stuffing. It's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna be. If you think I'm, if you think I'm round now, I'll be, 3 times more fat at the end. So come Friday, I'm gonna be very stuffed. Spend a lot of time in the toilet, and I'm gonna be full. I'm gonna be full after Thanksgiving is over. My puff up from all the eating. I'm gonna have a lot of turkey. I'm gonna have a lot of everything. The mashed potatoes, the gravy. I love gravy, the brown one. Because usually all year we'll have the white gravy. Usually brown gravy is only on Thanksgiving for whatever reason, right? So we're looking forward to that. Looking forward for the turkey, which nobody ever has unless it's Thanksgiving, okay? So that's what I'm looking forward to. A lot of food and stuffing myself, okay? That's what I'm looking for. Stuff. Food. You gotta eat to survive, right? So on Thanksgiving, it's all about eating, okay? It's all about eating, and I'll be having my fair share of multiple plates throughout the day. I'll probably have it for lunch. I'll have it for dinner. Have it for breakfast Friday morning. Look, I don't do the whole Black Friday stuff. I don't, and I think I talked about it on my tube sometime last year. I don't do that. I don't do the whole Black Friday. So Black Friday, I'm gonna be home. Probably go to work in the afternoon. Come home, have more turkey if it's a bit still there. And then have it again for dinner, like if possible, if there's any left. Okay, so I'll probably have turkey, a whole plate of these turkey Thanksgiving meal for at least 2 days, or 1.5 days, right? So I'm gonna be full. I really am. Okay. Anywho, thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed it. My numbers have been increasing. My view counts and my subscription counts have been increasing as well. Thank you all for your support. I appreciate it. Have a good Thanksgiving, y'all. Enjoy your turkeys. Enjoy your time with your friends and your family having meals together. Protect yourself. Wash your hands. You know, have hand sanitizers near you at all times if possible. Wash up. Stay clean from the COVID virus. Do not put it over. Let's kill this thing as quick as possible. We're all grown tired of it, the COVID 19. Let's kill it off. Do your part. Stay safe and have a good holiday. Happy Thanksgiving, y'all. Have a good one, and we'll see you soon. Good night.